You're watching Minister's Material with Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa.
So clearly spelled out. It's in print. It starts by saying, and the children of Israel did evil again before the Lord, and God delivered them into the hands of the Midianites and the Amalekites for 7 years. And it came to pass that when they had been oppressed so much by the Midianites, that they cried before the Lord. What were they crying for? What were they crying for? It's very simple. Because if you are under oppression and you begin to cry to God, you are crying for what? Deliverance. And it came to pass as they cried unto the Lord because of the oppression for 7 years under the Midianites. And then the Bible says, and God sent them a prophet. What were they asking God for? Please, I want you to understand, because some of you, you might not even appreciate the way that you are going to be prophesying, because you don't know what it is to prophesy. Because deliverance, it's a responsibility given to an individual. You don't talk about deliverance without talking about a personality. When you cry unto God, asking God for deliverance, get ready. What is about to be given to you is a person. Asking God for deliverance, may you please, God, deliver us. And what was sent to them, given to them in response to that prayer was a person, a prophet. And a prophet came and he prophesied and he said, you people, what you are asking God for is what was already given to you. Remember, you were once enslaved in Egypt, and I, the Lord, delivered you. I set you free. And I brought you to this place. And I said you should never be afraid of the gods of this land. And then you disobeyed me. And that's why you have been going through all this. But obviously, if you are to go into the scrolls and read the entire prophecy that was given to Israel, you will notice that it is within the prophecy given to them where God then said, now I will deliver you because you have asked for deliverance. And the next thing that happened after the prophet had finished prophesying, then that's when the Bible says, and the angel of the Lord then appeared, and he sat under a tree. What follows after that was an encounter that Gideon had with the angel of the Lord. Let me talk to you, please. Let me talk to you. And the angel of the Lord appeared to Gideon, and he said, thou man of valor, the Lord is with you. He is with the Lord. And for 7 years they are under affliction in the presence of the Lord. And they cried so that the Lord would come and deliver them. The Lord that was present, they were asking him to come to deliver them. What is happening to you is not happening as a result of the absence of God. It's happening right in the presence of God. God is with you. And then he began to question the angel. He said, if God is with us, how come all these things have happened to us? Where are the miracles that we heard from our forefathers? They told us about several miracles. Where are all those miracles if God is here? So what is he saying there? He's saying, I know that God is a doing God. If we have a doing God and nothing is happening, what's wrong with that kind of a God? If it is true that God is with us, then something should be happening. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. I wish most of the people would ask that question when they go to their churches every Sunday. If God really is in this place, where are his signs? Where are his miracles? That's when you have known God to be a doing God. You can't be in a place where there is God and nothing is happening. No. So he's asking the angel of the Lord. He thought it was just an ordinary guy that is just coming from somewhere and he doesn't know what he's talking about. So he thought it was just a mere discussion with a fellow. What are you talking about? Do you know this God? If that God was here, we wouldn't be enslaved by these Midianites. And this one kept on insisting. He said, I know the Lord is with you. He was just like an ordinary person. But what made that angel to appear? You see, there was supposed to be a forerunning of the prophetic. You see, God has got 3 people that he's going to send. The first one has to be a prophet. The second one has to be Gideon. The second one has to be an angel. And the third one has to be Gideon. The prophet, the angel, Gideon. I love this God. Oh, look at him. What he is about to do is called deliverance. And deliverance, it is a work. If it is a work, I have to do it. And before I do it, I have to reveal it first to the prophet. So I will not start by delivering people before a revelation gets to the prophet. So what comes before deliverance, it's a revelation of deliverance. Somebody down there has to see it and go ahead of the act, because I, the Lord, will not do anything unless I reveal it to myself as the prophet. You see that a prophet plays a very important role. You cannot do away with the prophet. So when the prophet had delivered a message, a revelation of deliverance, then the angel of the Lord then appeared. And he's talking to Gideon. And Gideon, when he had something just happened, I think he felt, I don't know how he felt, I don't know how he knew it, that there's something extraordinary about this person that is talking to me. He seemed to be too confident of what he's saying. And then the angel of the Lord said, you are going to deliver all these your people through your hand. And you will go in this thy mighty. You will go. Imagine God saying that to you. Gideon was running away from the enemy. He's hiding in a cave. And he's being told by God in a cave that you have this mighty upon you. Go in this thy mighty. He's not saying I will give you mighty. He's not saying I will give you power. He's saying in this thy mighty. This, the angel of the Lord is actually pointing at the mighty. It's this. Go in this thy might. You have it. For 7 years you had it. For 7 years you were poor, you were broke, and yet you still had it. You had it. So this man is not coming to give it to him. He's coming to make him realize that he had it. You have it. What you begin to see as a prophet is not what God is going to provide. It's already provided. What you need to do now is to provide the eyes that can see what God has already provided. Go in this thy mighty. And after that he said, I am suspecting something. There is something strange about you, man. Where are you coming from? I would want you to show me a sign.